Dude, it's life changing to do it.
Getting pitched, Caleb.
I know.
It's not
I
even
know.
my program.
She's like the best customer ever. Can you be in my
We
mastermind? Because then you'll pitch my mastermind to other people.
we
I
know
love
you work
that.
for him. Right.
No, I do not.
Okay, so this morning I'm heading out the door to Disneyland. I'm gonna be taking the call from the car. So I gotta like throw a few things in the car. In the next few minutes, Steve, you are in charge. I want you to just get people to introduce themselves,
Right.
share why they're doing this marketing thing, why they're excited, and get them into state, get them into dream state. Share with them what that dream state is, right? And touch that little award behind you just for some good juju.
Oh,
share with
right
us
here?
all.
The one
Yeah,
that have the light shining on.
yeah.
It's,
All right,
it's
you're in
dark
charge
here.
of the panel for the next 7 minutes. Steve-O,
All
go.
right. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. I want everybody to just give me a ow, 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 ow right now.
Oh, yeah,
Ow,
buddy.
ow, ow,
Let's
ow.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah. And if you can, jump up. If you're sitting down,
Right.
stand up.
There's no
Jump up
if.
if you can. Move
There-
around. Woo.
Mandatory.
Right. Yep. Woo. Yeah. So got it. Yeah. So just like our great model coach Tony Robbins talks about getting in peak state. We with Brandon over here, we like to talk about dream state, and which is basically the same thing, where we get our heart rate up, we get our mind and our thoughts in connection, and operating at optimal ability. So yeah, just like Caleb said, we well in our private group with Brandon and Caleb, we talked about, I introduced friends first, the idea of friends first, which basically relieves any pressures of having to impress or having to be, expected to be totally professional and all that. So we like to come together on a friendship level. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey.
So on a friendly level. So feel free to express something friendly about yourself, and then also just mention your why. We can connect on our whys, like what hurts you, what makes you cry, why are you putting in all this time and energy and work to be successful. So hey, Brandon, why don't you go first?
My why. So yeah, man, definitely what's been really cool since just like Funnel Hacking Live and connecting with people, connecting with all you guys, has been just like realizing how many people have similar mindsets. I think the Funnel Hacking Live community is so unique, and that's it's like, it's funny. I met someone that was like from Tony's kind of like crew, and it was like totally different vibe. And then everyone from Funnel Hacking Live crew is like totally same vibe. So my why is definitely, well, for one is my wife and my future kids. I don't have kids yet, but I just don't want to be spread thin. I've been working my buns off and making progress, and that's cool, but I'm like really working my buns off. So I just know that's not a healthy thing for my future kids. I don't want to be that dad that's not there and it's not present. So that's definitely a why for me. Why I'm working. I know my wife's just in her master's program, so we got 2 years till we're gonna start trying to have kids. So that's my clock. I got 2 years to get into a better space of time and all that good stuff. And then another big why is I always say there's lives on the line. It's like, this is a rescue mission. This is not about making money. This is like literally a rescue mission. There's people that need us, and decisions that are good or decisions that are bad don't happen in a moment. They stack over time. So it's a series of good things that happen, or a series of bad things, and then it snaps the camel's back. So if we can be one positive impact in someone's life, then we've done a great job. And so that's a big why. It is for me. It's been this big shift for me, and I've noticed that people are really receptive, and more than people, it's more myself, that it makes me feel like this is way more serious than just making money. It makes me feel like, dude, there's lives on the line. Like we gotta, even if it seems trivial, it's all super important. So that's kind of my why. And yeah, Peak State. So we're jumping around, getting our heartbeats going. And that's pretty much it for me.
That was a good share, Brando. Good share, Brando. Keep it going, Steve. You're doing great.
Thanks. Okay, awesome, Brandon. Yeah, just to recap on that. I don't know if you guys know that Brandon and I we work together actually at the agency, and so we go through this a whole lot. Yeah, it's all about hashtag empathy marketing movement, where we are looking to it's not about how many dollars are made, but it's about how many lives are changed. And if we can get the proper messaging with our products and services that meet people's needs and to better their lives in various ways, then that's what we do. That's what we want to do. Does anybody else want to volunteer, or do I need to pick on anybody? All right, Brendan, go for it, man. Go for it.
Well, we'll keep with the Brendans and the Brandons first, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah, I like good name.
Well, you have a great name, so I'm right there with you. But yeah, dude, I had a pleasure to meet Caleb during Funnel Hacking Live, and of course, I was walking around with a straight leg brace, and he came straight over and he said, "Dude, can I send you some good energy? Pray for you." And I thought that was super cool, so I was very appreciative of that. Thankful to say I'm actually walking around now and slightly bending it, so I'll definitely
praise Jesus.
I
Hallelujah.
appreciate you, Caleb. Thank you, brother. So anyhow, long story short, I quit the corporate job about 6 years ago, cashed in the 401k, said I'm going to chase the dream. And I think to this point this year, I finally got to that decision, said, all right, here's the one thing I want to be known for. I want to surround myself by, good, solid people, just like everyone here on the screen right now. And yeah, man, it's going really well. You feel like you get enough momentum, you surround yourself by like-minded winners, and a lot of really cool things start to happen.
Absolutely. Awesome, Brandon. Everybody give Brandon a ow, ow, ow.
Woo! Yeah. Right, Brandon. Good. That's rad. That's rad. I dived in full time 2014. So I quit my day job 2014. So that's like around the same timeline there. So that's cool,
Nice.
man.
Well, congrats on that, dude. That's awesome.
All right, let's do one more share. Caleb here. Let's do one more share, and then we'll tee it up to Mike. He's our MC of today's activities.
Can I share my why?
There you go, Jason. Go for it. See your hand raised.
Yeah. So my why, I got fired 1 year ago, not for a cause. Well, actually, yeah. They said my language, and I speak French, and I was the only one on the team that was bilingual. Yet 2 out of 10 Quebecers didn't like my French. Well, one didn't like my language. One said I had an English accent when I spoke French, which I do. At the University of Toronto, I minored in French. I managed 100 Quebec partners at Microsoft, and I was #1 on the team at Microsoft. But this company, right, the second Quebecer that I realized he didn't like my French, so I switched over to English. The next day, my manager got a complaint about my English, and they fired me. So the same thing happened to my dad. So I was expecting it. So the next day, my websites were live, and I started working on my book course, and now I'm finished my course because I realized it happened. My dad tried to kill himself twice when he didn't make money. So I'm a mental health advocate. This is why. Start with why, right? Number 1, the Black church is poor. 2, the poor are starting nonprofits. I started a nonprofit, so costing me my house in 2010. And then I registered a for-profit in 2011, the company that I run now, Penn's Power Club. Number 3, depressed, suicidal, anxious people, struggling with mental health issues, especially in the pandemic. My dad tried to kill himself twice. I never even hurt myself to the end of getting drunk. I never even did the baby making thing because I'm waiting for marriage. And now I found my future wife. Number 4, deceived, misinformed people, fake news, thinking that the mask is the biggest problem they have, thinking that wearing a mask is
Okay,
is
we're not gonna go political with COVID.
done.
Wrap it up. I love you, Jason.
I'm done. Those are my 5 reasons. I'm done.
Wow, that's heavy. That is heavy. That's big.
That's awesome, Jason.
Right. Give Jason ow, ow. Yeah.
Yeah, lives on the line. Let's do this.
All right, thanks, Coach Stevo. Appreciate you.
Sir. Good way, Caleb.
Why do we do this? We want to remember why we're doing this. We don't want to just show up to Zoom meetings and go to networking stuff and read books. Like, we have to see our why really deep. Why are we doing this? If we have a very clear understanding of why we're pushing forward, when struggles hit, when things don't go as we planned, when your launch flops, and all these things will happen, you just go back to your why, you get re-energized, and you do it again, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Mike Ortiz, introduce yourself to those who are new, and bring us back to the moment of Funnel Hacking Live. Pedro Adao, the magic of challenges. What are we talking about today?
Come on now, come on. That was so good. Thinking about this, where you hit something so heavy that rocked me this morning, even like getting your messages like, hey, are you going to be making it absolutely on board for this, right? This right here. It brings things to a whole nother level without just trying to think I'm going to do this solo mission. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to make this happen. Here's the thing I keep seeing is the why, and I keep hearing this as well. Without the community, without us banding together, these marketers are trying to do it solo or small business or a launch right from scratch. They got skinny kids. The timidity is there. There's the whole effect of, hey, wait a minute. If I can't do this, like they get defeated, right? You see a failed funnel or a process that just doesn't work. Next, you know, they quit. We're here to change that, right? We want to change that. See people have fat, juicy wallets, number one, doing this process the right way, right? And activating. Let's get people activated. So appreciate that, Steve, and getting pumped up and going, oh,
yes. Yeah. Got to let it out. Yeah.
Bring it. So yes,
Awesome.
That's what we're about. I'm just going to intro Caleb right back because hey, Caleb, let's get right to it. Let's step into this in the authority, dominate, and crush it today. Let's see this happen.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'm a little limited this morning. Normally this isn't the format. I'm in front of a laptop and I can walk you guys through this a little bit. But I dropped in the chat a little worksheet. Well, not little, it grew like all things. A worksheet that's going to walk us through building a 5-day challenge based on Russell Brunson's framework, right? Brendan, I believe, he specializes in challenges. So I would love to hear his just kind of raw feedback on the format. But basically, one of the most impacting things of Funnel Hacking Live was just hearing how powerful challenges still are. And even though maybe you've been in digital marketing for a while, you're like, challenges are played out. You know, it's like webinars were hot. Now it's all about challenges. But then I had this kind of epiphany. If I can get people to experience a taste of the result I can deliver for them, they're going to want more, right? So instead of calling it a challenge, I like thinking of it as an experiential offer. I'm going to offer you something, and I want to offer you an experience. Where you're going to get a little result. You're going to get excited. You're going to get back into that mindset that, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can succeed. Yes, I can achieve these goals that I want. And this applies across all industries, all service providers. It doesn't matter what you do, from selling homes to making more money online to losing weight. If you can help people just believe in themselves that they can achieve this result that you are selling, so to speak, they're going to want more. They're going to want the full Monty. So instead of trying to have this beautifully crafted webinar presentation where you're convincing people through their mind and their heart to buy, just let them experience it. Take them to Costco, let them try the little pita chip, and they're going to buy the whole freaking bag. And then they're going to go on Amazon and get auto refill. You get the analogy, right? So I've taken 3 challenges myself. One was a life coaching challenge. And then one was an ads-based challenge. And another one was, the One Funnel Away challenge, right? Where I learned how to build funnels. That all those challenges have changed me. They've changed the way I do things. So if you can help people, and I'll end it on this, help people experience the result, they're going to want more. And so, Mike, if you could share the document, if everybody could open up the document and we'll just go through it and have people start filling it in.
It's in there. It's in the chat. So actually, I got a hold of it by that.
Yeah, I mean,
Doc.
like screen share. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's drop this. I'm gonna close that here and let's share this. Boom.
And while Mike's pulling that open, who wants to share a story? Or Brendan, I believe, give us your why you're helping people with challenges. What about challenges? And this wasn't planned, by the way. What is it about challenges that have made you make this your thing?
I say it's twofold. So first and foremost, like I struggled with weight when I was a kid. And when I started getting into Weight Watchers, when I started getting into like Beachbody and stuff like that, challenges and support groups like literally changed my life from head to toe. And I saw the power of that. I saw, you know, for me, the first time, especially when I got in like the best shape of my life, it was a 90-day challenge, and like your ass was on it or you were out. So it could be a 90-day, it could be 5-day, it can be 21, you know, whatever that is. For me, I saw it was tremendously powerful. And I think from a marketing perspective, and even Myron Golden said it recently, challenges is like the main foundation that has grown him across the board outside of every other tool he's ever used. So as far as if you look at this know, like, and trust factor, the beautiful part, especially from a 5-day perspective, is you're giving. They really get to know, like, and trust you as a person. And just like Mike was saying a second ago, it's like, dude, if this is what this guy or girl gives me for free, like, holy crap, imagine if I paid for it. So I love the model. And I said, okay, well, if I can automate a lot of that and make it easier to get up and running, that's honestly, man, the biggest gap I see for most people. And I love that you guys are doing this. Most people get stuck in the how to do it and they never fulfill it. But for those that go all the way, the results are sick.
Awesome. Whew, I love that. So good. Exactly right. And I shared that doc. I hope everybody sees this now on the screen. And we can take this step by step. You see that, Caleb, hopefully too on your end.
Yeah.
I know
So
you're walking around.
let's just go 1,000-foot view right now. So it's broken up into 2 different sections. There's the challenge setup, and just keep scrolling down because I'm
cool.
running around here. You got the challenge setup, who you're serving, like you're trying to identify some pain points or desires they want. Like, what's something you can help them relieve pain or achieve a small goal, right? How are you going to do that? What's your framework? What's your how, your strategy? Okay.
Bring that down.
What's your strategy? Oh, where'd you go? Okay.
See that? Challenge delivery.
How are you going to deliver it? Yeah. How are you going to deliver it?
Right.
Facebook group, Zoom, Slack. I mean, and then how are you going to make it fun? How are you going to gamify it? What are you going to give away? How are you going to keep score? Because the most impactful challenges I've been part of, they give away prizes, they give away swag, they incentivize people to achieve, right? They engage the, what's the word? The shiny object syndrome. So, and then in terms of the delivery, hold on, just.
Right on. Yep. I can see that. The layout
In
here really well.
terms of the delivery, now there's a lot of different ways to do it. I chose the 5 days because I realized that in the 5 days, you can break down the challenge the same way Russell does a perfect webinar. So day 1, it's all about the backstory, why you're doing this, getting people in state, getting them to state their whys. Why are they on this journey? So that's the origin story in the perfect webinar. Day 1, we're breaking false beliefs about the vehicle. You're teaching them all about your framework, that you help people get results. Day 2, you're going to be breaking internal false beliefs. So the activities are going to be surrounded around, hey, you can do this. You can achieve a quick win, right? This is possible. The next day, it's all about external false beliefs. So things outside of your control, you know what? They don't have to stop you. So you don't have the time, you don't have the money. Well, here's some tools, here's some hacks. Here's some ways to do this on a budget, right? And then day 5, it's all about the celebration and the offer. So we're going to celebrate wins. We're going to do giveaways. We incentivize people to be on that call because we're giving them, you know, we're bribing them essentially. But the cool thing is at the end of that, we're going to invite them. We're not selling to them. We're inviting them to go to the next level. We're inviting them to achieve the next level results.
Love it.
I'm filling my water bottle. I'm not peeing, by the way. Sorry.
No, right on. I was going to say. Now,
so
and that's a great aspect of, I think what you're hitting on right here too, is how you shorten this process. A lot of times it's the 7 or the 21 massively, you know, industrial size challenges. But I think what you hit on great, the way of simplifying this process, but also putting it in its perspective of earning your way to the offer. And then you have a way to leverage that. You're not just going in straight for the kill. And then you're offering something that's going to be a value as well. So double-ended, but you're not timid in that. That's exactly what I was just mentioning earlier. Timid marketers have skinny kids. We don't want to have that. We want to say, hey, there's a time and place to present that offer. You earned your way to it by giving massive value. And then boom, number 5, it's time to present, right? I love it.
And it's pitch day, people.
Pitch
So
day.
I want this, any thoughts, takeaways on this? And I want us to actually start to fill out the first part of it so we can conceptualize what's an offer that what's a challenge that we could actually lead people through. I think that'd be super powerful. So who's on board with that?
Are you asking who could craft a challenge?
No, I'm saying I want us to actually go through this and start thinking through of a challenge that we could deliver to our people. And then we can discuss kind of some ideas, and maybe people who are struggling with an idea, they'll be inspired by the discussion.
Hey guys, this is Emmett. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear
Yep.
you, Emmett.
Okay, good.
Hey,
Hey,
Emmett.
I just wanted to say thanks. I have an appointment I have to jump off to, so I'll look forward to coming again and making more time. But before I just disappear and all of a sudden somebody's gone, I wanted to say, hey, thanks for the invite. Look forward to more, and wow, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Emmett.
Awesome. Sure
Appreciate
thing.
you.
Thank
We'll
you,
see you soon.
Emmett.
See you later.
Yep,
Go
see you next
crush it.
time.
Awesome. Right on. Why don't we start with it, even if someone has done a challenge, where you began? That'd be pretty awesome to see. What did that look like from day one to construct the challenge? You guys done one? Anybody else done one on this panel?
We're starting one, right, Brandon?
Hey,
Yeah, we're working
come
on
on.
one.
Yeah. We-
So, I mean, I do definitely foundational day, the why. So it seems like if you want to follow the perfect webinar script, you want to hit on those points, but you also want to provide actual teaching and value during
Right.
those days. So,
Right.
for like, okay, if I was going to say for my 5-day challenge, I have definitely been working on that. So for day one, it's kind of like understanding your ideal client, because for me, it's we're targeting basically home improvement agency owner, lead gen agency owners, help them move in from a saturated market to a blue ocean and get results using the strategy that got us the 2X Club Award. So basically, first day is like really going deep dive on ideal client. And it's really easy to open up with kind of the why and get everyone pumped up, mindset, all that good stuff. I actually have done a beta. I did a beta, so I kind of have this already done. I have I got 4 testimonials and stuff. So we're kind of like halfway there. I'm like almost now need to actually do it full bore. So day 2, basically started going into then copywriting. So, okay, direct response copy. What the heck is direct response copy? Have you ever heard of direct response copy? Do you know the difference between direct response copy and this? Well, here's a formula that I use that you can copy and paste, swipe, and put it right into your sales funnel. So maybe day 2, and then day 2, what's the foundation? Or what's the perfect webinar? So it goes why, then
Right.
belief. Is it belief?
Internal.
Is it internal or is it? Or can I? Where on the screen? Where do we have this? Can you
Let's see,
show
so
it?
he has this actually up here.
Who is
setup?
is that you, Mike, controlling the screen?
Yeah.
Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll down. Here we go. Framework.
Day 2 challenge delivery. Okay, keep going, keep going,
Yep.
keep going. Day 1, okay. Day 1, keep going. Day 2,
There we
vehicle, vehicle, false
There
belief.
you go. There you go.
Okay, so the vehicle would be for them. Let's see, vehicle would be so see, yeah, my day 2 might be a little bit different,
Right.
but I did copywriting. Day 3 was funnel design, and day 4 is automation, follow up, all that good stuff, and then day 5 is like bringing it all together, integration, integrating the entire system, recapping, and then at the end making the offer. And then I learned on day 3 to make the offer as well. I'm sure
Wow.
Brendan probably knows all about that. Or on day 3, you're already start doing a soft offer.
Cool.
And then day 5, you kind of bring it back up. You're really gentle about it. You're like, oh yes, hey, so we're just opening up applications, no pressure. But anyways, just keep going. And then skim past it. And then day 5 is more altar call. and then day 6, we're going live. We're going live again. You know what? I had so many cute questions that we're going to go live on day 6. You know what? I want to over deliver. We're going live. We're going to answer some questions.
Nice.
And then you roll some more people in. And that's been what I've noticed. And I've done a beta, and I'm actually working with a few people to put together another challenge. So excited about that.
Good.
I really like this perfect webinar thing. What I might do is vehicle could be, see, I have to think about it. To match it up with the perfect webinar. So totally makes sense. And just a quick tip too, as well. We've seen this structure where when someone's getting the value, you're also not forgetting to hit on what's the old method versus the new method, your vehicle, right? Taking them through that process. And one of the biggest questions that keep coming back from the challenge side to the ones that have been most effective: can you scale this? Can you scale that? A lot of times that's a question to kind of think about ahead of time, right? Because then you're going to need a team if you're going to scale this. But we haven't seen it do 100% every time scale. It's the ones that really crushed it. So you can test the first challenge. Did it go successfully? How many people you got sign up? What was your conversions? Things like that. Just keep track on that, those numbers. But then if it didn't do well, fine tune it, do it again until you see it that you can use this model to scale, right? And drop it into Evergreen. So just a quick tip. I definitely appreciate you putting that out there too, Brandon. It makes good sense. Your method, absolutely agree with it in dropping the knowledge. And even from the first day, we haven't seen people go necessarily do the ask or that big offer, but there is the opportunity for OTOs. If you got, say, for example, a course, some of the support this while people are going through this process with you in the challenge, you can be like, hey, look, there is more in store, right? We're just doing this challenge to get you going, challenge you to take those steps. But if you got something on the back end to deliver and say, hey, this isn't a one-time offer, day 1, you could say, at the end of this, before I go, if you guys are hungry, whoever's way more hungry to get all of this right now, today, I know we're going live, but we have this offer basically supporting what we're doing right here. You want to go do your homework and be prepared for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boom. There's an opportunity. So just a
Hey, Brianna, thanks for coming in. Hope to see you again soon. Brianna will be sharing with us all her local brick and mortar lead gen secrets and upcoming calls. So I'm excited to have you be part of it. All right. So awesome. Thanks, Steve. Now, Ben Moot, are you with us?
Oh, I'm here.
You're good.
Come on, Ben.
Ben, you've been studying the GOAT for a long time, and inside now. Any thoughts on this idea of blending? Well, we experienced it at Fiery. It's a bad spot. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you
broke up for a little while.
Can you hear me, Ben?
Yeah, come on, keep it going. Any thoughts on which part?
Ben and Caleb are both driving.
Movers and shakers.
That's right. They're closing deals.
Am I back?
You're back.
You're back.
Okay, cool. We experienced at Funnel Hacking Live. It was basically a giant webinar, right? Over many days, breaking false beliefs. Any thoughts on this idea of blending the perfect webinar format? And now, granted, this is a theory for me, but this has been experiential. The challenges I've been through have all been about breaking my false beliefs. So I just kind of synthesized 2 ideas, and we're going to test it out live over this next month for Mastermind members. But any thoughts on this idea of blending the perfect webinar and a challenge? And I've called it the perfect challenge.
No, I love it. I think integrating, like, the only way that you're going to actually change lives is the information is going to be helpful in the challenge, but it's crafting which information you're going. And that has to, if you want to help people change, it has to be crafted around VIE, which is the 3 main pillars of the perfect webinar. So yes, I love the idea of blending it. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool to see. Actually, that's a huge takeaway. I'll just say that now is blending perfect webinar with the challenge. That's cool.
Well, I'm really trying to get on stage at Funnel Hacking Live, so I got to have a good hook for Russell. And
Yes.
yeah. Okay,
Woo.
Mike, you know what I think would be cool? And you're a better position to do this than I am. Let's take a volunteer and let's just all mastermind together and let's map out the basic framework of their challenge. And so
Solid.
we can kind of get a front row seat of
Yep.
what this actually looks like in actuality.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Do
Don't
we need
that
a
right now.
volunteer or?
Yeah, let's see who would like to step in here and then we can go through this together. That'd be cool. Looking forward to that.
I'm
Anybody?
I'm happy to volunteer if you need someone.
Ha.
Whatever. I don't need to be the only person though. You know, you got other people in here.
No, you're in, man. It's
Right.
you're the first one to step up. That's like the whole, hey, here's $5 up in the air, come get it. And the only one who came and got it was the one who jumped on stage and grabbed the arm. Boom, let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Woo!
Yeah.
Well,
Come on.
Mike, if I can piggyback with you as you guys are going through it and just share some feedback when I help someone to create a challenge, if that's cool with you guys.
Do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was hoping you're gonna jump in there, Brendan.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I didn't
Go
want
for
to
it.
take over from the challenge perspective, but happy to share some insights if it helps you guys.
Come on,
Alright.
expert.
that's why we're here.
Come on,
That's what this
expert.
is about. Heck yeah.
All right, so 2 things if I can real quick. I'm gonna throw it in the chat real fast, but I created a Canva document, and my suggestion, you guys have probably gotten this in a lot of challenges, is there's usually a workbook that typically gets sent out that helps
Mhm.
guide somebody through the thing. So A, it keeps you guys structured and on track. B, it's a higher perceived value, and C, that's more just that give kind of perspective. So I normally give this template to people I work with. If you guys can take this, leverage it, use it, take my information out, put your information in. So hopefully that should save you guys a good number of hours and designers and whatever.
Awesome.
The one suggestion I'd have as far as, yeah, Ben, absolutely, man. For when you're creating your 5 days, this is usually what I tell people. A, know exactly who it is you're working with and how do you best want to serve them. When you break out your 5 days, don't even touch those until you know exactly what your offer is.
Mhm.
So if you know, hey, my offer is going to be lead gen, or it's going to be social media growth, or it's going to be digital, marketing, that offer is really the bottom of your iceberg. Your 5 days is really the tip of the iceberg.
Mhm.
And your goal on days 1 through 5 is that you're giving them basically, like if you took whatever your offer is, broke it down into 5 pillars where they'll get minor little wins. And at the end of that, because you're so focused on who that individual is, how you want to help them and how you're going to help them get there, they'll experience these little wins. And by the end of that, the goal is to say, hey, look, if you never work with me again, God bless you. I gave you the tools, rock and roll, and I wish you success.
Yep.
But if you want to cut that learning curve, if you really want to take it to the next level, I'm here to help you.
Mhm.
And so as you do those 5 days, it's basically little slivers of what your whole offer is.
Mhm.
And then you create that final last piece where they say, great. And just like Mike, to your credit, you're talking about scalability. I really want to leverage one of 2 ways. Either some type of mastermind, so I can do it from a group training perspective, because then you've got, you don't really have to do that time for money issue.
Right.
And the other portion is I would support it with a membership area. So, whether it's ClickFunnels, whether it's Kajabi, whatever your tool is, if you can use that to fulfill on a lot of that offer stack, it makes your life so much easier, so
Right.
much easier. And then as far as the one thing you have to do, I would ask honestly, before you even touch a challenge, can you service one person the same as 100, the same as 1,000? And if you
Good.
can't do that right now, identify what you need to do to make that happen before you rush out with a challenge. Because I've seen people do it. They rush with the challenge, they get people in there, and then they're scrambling to even fulfill on it. And that sometimes can be a total nightmare.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. 100%
gold.
on the same page.
Good notes there.
That's gold right there. Thank you, Brendan.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandon.
So Brandon, if you want, I'd say for your offer, what is the main thing that if you had one person, 10 people, 1,000 people, what do you provide for them? And what does that all inclusively look like?
So yeah, the ideal client, we've been crafting it. It's funnel hacking, Christian, home improvement agency owners that want to move from a saturated market to a blue ocean, using the strategy that got us a 2 X Club award. And
Nice.
so it's pretty specific. That way our whys can align, because that's cool. We can all link up on day one on our whys and our missions and all that good stuff. Will resonate there. The results, so it's changed. I think it's shifting. So that's where I'm glad that we're talking about this, because
Absolutely.
the result what's the result you can provide? What's this tangible result, right? What the heck am I going to get out of this? The result that using a workbook, which also I need to actually create. So thank you for that. And I thought about it. I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So I think you said that doc, basically just like swap it out or whatever. So definitely do that. The results would be copy and paste our exact system that got us the 2 X Club award. Like, there you go. You're walking away with it. And
how quickly do you turn around results for individuals that invest in you?
If they're a done for you client, if they're a done for you client, results can be, I would say, I should have a faster answer, but 30 days.
Okay. So is that 30 days to get them set up, and then from there they start leveraging the tools and then get results after that? Or is that within 30 days, not only are you going to make back what you spent on us, but you'll start seeing cash flow up, over and above?
Yeah, you actually start making profit within 30 days. It's actually pretty unique, for sure. As far as like actually, once you've launched what we've given you. So we can't give you the results in 5 days, but we can give you the results in 30 days.
Okay. So with that, if you were to break down your system and structure where you can really, pull back the curtains, show them on each one of these 5 days, like a little sliver of what really goes into that amount of success, share those pieces with them. Because dude, they're not going to be able to duplicate that. And the truth is even if you pull back the whole thing, 98% of people still won't take action. So for you, I'd say, dude, high level this right now, if you want, on a piece of paper, what would 5 pieces go into it? Where if I'm like, Brandon, show me exactly what your formula is, dude. How would I do it? If you had to put it into 5 days, what's each one of those pieces where I can learn about it and be like, man, I'm going to go crush this. And by day 5, I'm like, crap, how do I do all this? That's where I want you to get me. Because here's what you're going to do, dude. I pitch on day 4. I tell people pitch on day 4 because you still have 1 day of value after that. After that pitch, you're leaving them, hey guys, here's the top 3 things. When you walk away, this is what you should be doing. So now they have a clear line of sight on where they want to head. But now it's okay. Do you want to go invest that time, money, effort, energy, and do it yourself and build your team? Or option B, do you want to just hire us on this silver platter and we'll make all your problems go away?
Yep.
Writing that down.
Yeah.
Take those notes, Brandon.
That's awesome.
Woo! Fire. Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot.
So hit me. So day 1. Okay. And dude, start with mindset. Hit me on day 1 mindset, because the truth is I probably am not in the right frame of mind to rock and roll and make exactly what you guys made. Because dude, we talked to people yesterday on a mastermind. The second they hit the $1 million mark, whatever, there's this fear, like, how the heck am I even going to stay on top of that? So great. I'll give you the model. But if mentally you're not in a capable spot where you can handle that, we need to get that first and foremost. So I would hit mindset first, and then let's talk about some of the tactics. Day Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What are those tactics?
It's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you asking me what are they?
Yeah, hit me. What do you got?
All right. So for one, I know Ben Moot is going to respect this. We go super deep on understanding our ideal client, probably like 10 times deeper than most people do. Marketers, 99% of marketers, they'll launch an ad. Yeah. Ben's like, yeah, we nerded out on this because we're big believers in it. It's kind of like painting. Most of the work goes into prep.
Yep.
So day 2 would be basically understanding your ideal client, going deep. And one of the bonuses that I give as a deliverable, which would be good in membership area, which I'm actually not doing that. So that's actually awesome
We're gonna
idea.
start doing that.
Start doing that, which is our onboarding docs, which is like, it's a massive amount of docs. It's so cool though.
Boom.
Yeah, we go deep. So that's day 2, is understanding your ideal client and how to. It's like such a broad term and everyone uses, oh, how do you understand your ideal client? It's like, dude, let me give you the exact freaking questions to ask. It's like probably have like 100, 200 questions that you're going to be able to fill out. And once you fill it out, every single person that fills it out is like, now I get how I could do good marketing after answering all these questions. Like it's actually pretty interesting.
Nice. Okay, so you got your mindset first. You got who's that ideal person you're speaking to. So now you've got clarity behind your business. All right. So then for the last 3, I would hit that really more towards the tactical portion. So then that way they start to feel like they really know what needs to take place.
Yeah. Then tactics. Okay. So then the next thing I would go into is direct response copy. So messaging is messaging. It's the not so sexy thing that everyone overlooks. Chatbots, Facebook ads, TikTok, blah, 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 blah. What's the actual thing that makes it work is the messaging at the end of the day. So that's where we go deep on messaging and go into, I have some formulas. They can swipe, copy and paste, that kind of thing. So messaging would be day 3. So we dive into that and I can get pretty deep and cover most of it. And, that's another thing is the time frame for each day. What do you recommend? I mean, I guess the next, I can already answer my question is like, how long does it take you to get the message across? Is that?
So can I share my screen real quick and I'll just kind of show you how I break mine down.
Go for it.
All right. So like if you were to go into like your day 1, I would keep it super simple. And here's the deal, man. Most of the people that are going to hop in here for the most part, like a lot of the stuff you share with them is going to be golden nuggets within itself. So my recommendation, and here's the challenge, especially if we love to coach, train, we're total experts. We love to word vomit and spit out as much stuff as we possibly can. Don't do that. All right. Here, as far as a time frame breakdown, this is just an example of what your workbook day 1 lesson would ideally look like. It is very short. It's brief. It's to the point. And so what you're going to do is you're going to give it a title. So like this would be the introduction, right? Let me go to the actual workbook itself. So you would have your introduction and say, hey guys, here's exactly how we're going to cover all this stuff. Day 1, we're going to do mindset. Day 2, messaging. So it's very similar to what you just said. When they get this workbook, the way I'd recommend you lay it out is give maybe 10 bullet points as far as what you want to touch base on. And then on each one of those bullet points, leave a little section out because that's going to force them to be present. They have to listen in order to get those answers and to be able to write that stuff in. Yeah. Again, touch base on the tip of the iceberg. I mean, you can go sort of deep, but you don't want to give away the whole entire farm. The way I would structure this, so on day 1, first 15 minutes, talk about your why, introductions, get people excited. Hey, why'd you join this challenge? What are you looking to do? What are you looking to accomplish? Why haven't you done this already? Like get people to talk about the stories, get them integrated for the next 30 minutes from let's just say you start at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. from 12:15 to 12:45, 12:50, coach on your lessons. So about half an hour worth of coaching. You can go through here, touch on one topic, keep going through, maybe throw out one Q&A and then move into the next piece. And half an hour will fly by very quick. And for that last 10 to 15 minutes, talk about the homework portion. Go over, hey guys, here's what I want you to do. This is going to be your assignment for tonight. This is the expectation. Who has any questions based on what we've talked about today? And literally within 1 hour, dude, you can capture that very quick. And then when Tuesday rolls around, your first 10 to 15 minutes is talking about the homework responses, getting some Q&A from people. Next half an hour, do your coaching and then talk about your homework. So that's your Monday, that's your Tuesday, that's your Wednesday. When you get to Thursday, unless you want to pitch on Wednesday, do, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of a review, teach for about 20 minutes, and then actually go into your pitch. Because your pitch, if you want to use a deck, which is what I would say to leverage, That can take anywhere about 20 to 25 to 30 minutes. And then on your day 5, same concept, just wrap it up, and then have your email series and everything that follows up with everybody.
There you go.
Nice.
That's cool. That's cool. That adds a little bit more clarity on the broad structure that I put in the worksheet. So thank you, Brendan.
Hey,
Solid.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks,
can I
Brendan.
toss something in on that?
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, it's Ben. Sorry, guys.
Go for it, Ben.
Camera on. There we go.
There you go.
The cool
Come
thing
on,
that I
Ben.
liked about that, thank you, Brendan, for sharing that, is your job is not to give them your entire framework. The job is
Right.
not to prove that you're the genius that can do it.
Mhm.
Your job is to give them the little bite-sized thing that they can get done. So that way at the end, they have a minimum viable something. They've got something done that's far better than they would have been able to do all by themselves.
Mhm.
And so you get that, you prove that out. Then they go, shoot, that blew my socks off. And you say, look, we had 5 bullets. We go over 100 with you on this call
Mhm.
during your pitch. You show how it's an expansion, how it, that just makes it a lot better. So whittle it down and make it simple so that way they get those deliverables. Love that. Thank you, guys.
Come on.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ben.
Absolutely. Just a quick side note on top of this, and this is going forward after this process. And we just ran into this, talk about this like last week, actually, with a client that we've worked with, and he crushed in his first, 10 months. It was about he hit clear $1 million. Problem is, he was like, this was back in 2017, 16. And he was like, if I would have had the system that we have now, because he's fine-tuned this many times over, right? Again, first challenge, not as great as we hoped. Still $1 million, right? Not complaining. But at the same time, after math, now that he's been doing it again and again and again, right? Fine-tuning this challenge, shrinking it down from 21 to 7 days, processes, make sure the process is aftermath. Because he says, if we would have had a sales process set up that back then, he would have done probably 25 million, because right now in the last 10 months, he cleared 20 million in the process side, like making it like a freaking factory, right? And really truly serving the person aftermath, not just on the challenge days, but after. So just another tip.
Oh, so aftermath, what? So how are they serving after exactly?
So the sales process, he has, again, you guys want to have something set up for your value ladder to continue to increase and age and ascend people. But for him, he's got people going through this. He's a sales guru, right? The guru of gurus. You might know Jeremy Miner, but he basically did lay this down in a process. So he knows the formula works no matter what. He's ready to deliver every day, all day. And now setting people in motion to practice this practically, right? Do this with him. They go 3 days a week live for free, and then they do 3 to 4 that are planned out for those that signed up to the program. And then through the program, boom, they launch people into further and ascend them quickly. And that's the process. That's charge things into 20 million range without sweat. Like, that's what he's saying. It was insane. This was so literally last week when I talked to him. He's fired.
Cool. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Brendan. Thanks, Brendan for being the subject today. Just kind of recap, answering some questions in the chat. So it was not planned to have Brendan here. We're super privileged to have him here. It's just kind of how it worked out. And so that was super awesome. What we will be walking through on the mastermind is my worksheet, and I'm going to take some of his recommendations and add a little bit more clarity to that. And it's just a Google Doc, so it'll auto update. But here's the main thing: we can take this as deep and as complicated, and we could refine it until there's nothing left to refine, right? And never launch something. So there's always going to be a better way to do things. There's always going to be a better way to, you're always going to learn things along the way. Like, what I really want to walk us through as a mastermind is just getting something up and going where we can start inviting people to come experience this experiential offer, a master class, 3-day intensive challenge, whatever you want to call it. Now, I've laid out a formula here, a 5-day challenge, some sort of experiential offer where they can experience the results that you want to deliver to them. So The first one is probably not going to be $1 million home run, but the next one, we may be on our way, right? And this is something that we can do again and again to fill our leads. So it's going to do a few things. It's going to capture new leads. It's going to warm leads up, turn them into clients. And it's going to, people are going to get to know, like, and trust us. And like Pedro Adao said at Funnel Hacking Live, you can go from a completely cold prospect to a red hot fan in like 5 days. So let's just try it. Let's go through it together. Because I like pitching, Brendan, give us the 3-minute pitch. How could we work with you to what after we, I love pitches. No, once again, this wasn't planned. This is no pressure to buy anything, but once we launch our challenges, how could you help us scale our challenges to the next level? What's your?
I think we lost him.
Yeah.
Got most of that.
You got,
Okay.
yeah, go for it, Brendan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit it, Brendan.
Yeah, so my biggest thing is really helping you to launch your challenge within a 31-day time period or quicker, and ideally generate between 4 to 6 figures. So, I do typically do it with coaches and speakers. That's my background. That's my passion. I think we've all seen it doesn't really matter what the vertical is. It's just a matter of knowing how do you set it up? How do you have that high ticket offer, everything that we talked about today? And really a lot of the portion where most people fail is they just don't have the technical aspect. So I created everything that's totally turnkey from head to toe. I ask you a bunch of questions. We can totally build it out, and you can have a challenge that's up and running, that's professional, and it converts. So that's, I didn't want to turn it into a pitch fest. I mean, I'm more than happy if you guys even want to just hop on. I'll talk to you and I'll give you an idea as far as how to even structure it, so you've got some form of clarity. And I'm totally cool. Look, I'll spend an hour with each one of you because I know how impactful and effective that can be. Caleb, is that cool? I can just throw my link. They can just hop on a calendar call and I can share that with them. Is that all right?
Boom.
I'll tell you what, why don't we figure out a way to bring you into another mastermind call. And then for the people who are actually going to be building out their challenge, then they can take it to the next level with you and work with you one-on-one.
All good, man. I appreciate you guys allowing me to just, share, and hopefully that helps you guys out. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Here's what I'm trying to say. Email me the link and I'll send it out to the list of 70 plus people. So we're going to get a better reach. That's what I'm trying to say.
Got it. Absolutely.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my pitch, and it's not really a pitch. It's more of an invitation. We're going to start going through this worksheet and building this thing out live workshop style. So today was more about strategy, getting you excited about the possibility. And then on our Monday accountability mastermind calls, we're going to start building this out workshop style. So I'm launching my 30-day launch your challenge, right? Kind of what Brendan's doing.
Boom.
And so for mastermind members who are subscribed and a paid member, and it's literally $100 a month, we're going to be building this out together, and you're going to get the funnel templates. We're going to write out your email sequences. We're going to lay out your content. We're going to get everything set up. So at the end of this 30 days, you're going to have a funnel, you're going to have a challenge, and you're going to have an offer and some social media graphics that you can invite people into this challenge. So does that sound cool?
Stoked.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
This is mostly a friends and family call. People are already in the mastermind. So these Wednesdays are not about pitching, but I like pitching, and we need to not be afraid to invite people into our offers, because that's where the transformation happens. That's where we can make an income. That's where we can invest more time and energy into it. And also from our clients' perspective, if we don't give them a chance to pay us, they're not going to really achieve those results, right?
Right.
So anyway, invitation, funnelflow.io. In that, if you're not a mastermind member at this point, there's a link in that worksheet that goes to the registration page and kind of goes over what we're going to be doing for the next 30 days. And to gamify it, to make it a little more sexy, we're going to be giving away a Yeti mic and possibly some AirPod Pros to
Drop that in the chat for
I
everybody.
haven't figured out how we're going to give it away, but challenge participants, we're going to be giving those away. So some cool prizes just to incentivize you to get your challenge up and going and running. So
Nice.
yeah. All right. We got about 3 or 4 minutes. Let's go round table, some takeaways and
Thank you.
commitments we're going to be working on.
Yeah. Who wants to start first? Give us some feedback. What do you hear? What are you taking in?
Hey,
Marshall.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm Marshall. It's a fire hose. It's just what it is. It's just a fire hose of information for guys like myself that are brand new at this. I'm sure that I think my friend Van is, I know I'm completely new at this. And so I pretty much didn't understand anything we talked about this morning.
Oh, no.
I'm in though. I'm in. I love the energy.
Yes.
I love the heartbeat. I love Caleb's. I love that we're inviting people in. And I love that idea. If the whole idea of inviting them into our offer and trying to grab a hold of that. So I love what I'm hearing. I love the passion behind everybody's heartbeats and excited, but I'm walking away this morning with my one eyeball going this way and one eyeball going that way.
Chameleon
And
style.
feeling a little overwhelmed with everything that I've heard. I hope I'm just being honest with where I'm at on it, but I'm stuck in it. And so there you go.
Oh man, thank you, Marshall. Literally here's what a lot of times every one of us on this panel would much rather, I want to say, come across and receive, right, on a level that even if it means getting caveman style, I don't mind. I would much rather have that. There's times I have to ask 1,000 questions myself just to be able to get this, right? So I absolutely agree with you. Get it. And if you have, let's do this too. Maybe next time on this next FunnelFlow Mastermind, we're not just throwing them out, right? We're also giving a moment to give that opportunity for someone like you and someone that's beginning a stage to get the question out there. Like we don't just squash you, right? We'll give you the opportunity.
I don't even know at this point, I don't even know what question to ask.
I got you. Right on. We'll let that marinate. I know a lot of times too. Go for it, Caleb.
Here's the encouragement, Marshall. The main point of these Wednesday calls is just to get you excited and to give a little bit of belief that I can do this. So if you walk away with that today, you've succeeded. You've done what you're supposed to. You've won. All right. And then on the weekly calls in the WhatsApp chat, we're breaking this down on a day-by-day, step-by-step basis. All right. Step 1, identify your who. Step 2, what result do you want to deliver to them? So we're going to take it step by step. Today is more just to say, hey, this is possible. This is a simple way that we can, in 30 days or less, start to get results and get people into our offers. So anyway, 2 more takeaways and then we'll wrap.
Patricia.
Okay. All right. Well, my biggest takeaways were, for me, I've always been an executive or a business owner. And so whether I'm running a team of IT guys or a sales team, for me, it's always been understand the process so you can hire the perfect people to do the job. And so I don't really ever plan on building my own funnel. I plan on understanding how a great funnel works so I can hire the perfect person to do it, which for me is Caleb.
Boom.
But I really want to understand it. But the great thing is while I was listening to how you get clients and stuff, I'm actually writing my own course. And I had just like the most amazing illumination onto how to get people to truly participate, right? Which is to give them worksheets, to give them stuff. So that for me was just like, honestly, I was getting a little fatigued on working on it, and that completely revitalized me.
Awesome.
And so these masterminds are amazing. Even if it feels like a fire hose, that's totally fine. Sometimes you just need the overview to get the right people in place. We don't all have to go into the file room. We just need to know what, that right person is. Same with we all don't need to be a perfect salesperson. We all, we just need to know how to find the right people to work with us on those things. So that was mine.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Agreed. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Ow, ow, ow.
Ow.
Excited.
Yes.
All right, one more takeaway, then I'll close this out.
I'll say a takeaway for sure, Brendan. Appreciate you being on here and helping.
Absolutely.
And giving and Caleb saying weaving the perfect webinar into the challenge. I think I would definitely didn't even consider that at all. So because now it's not just information, it's strategic. You know, it's also you're in a webinar. That's what we were saying the whole time at Funnel Hacking Live. We're like, we're in a webinar right now. And so that's a big one. You know, make sure that you're also selling, not just giving information. And then excited to connect more with Brendan and get going with this this challenge. So let's do this.
Yeah, you know what, Brendan, just drop your Calendly link. Drop your Calendly link. People want to talk to you, and that's cool. Drop
Do
your
it
link.
now.
Yeah,
Drop the link.
now.
Drop.
You told them to do a pitch, man.
Bam.
You said do a pitch.
Bam. Do a pitch. Do a pitch. All right. Well, I'm feeling a joint venture in the near future with Brendan helping us take. So like, we're just gonna do this next month, and we're gonna get something on paper, and we're gonna start get results. And Brendan hopefully can help us up level, take it to the next level. And maybe that'll be part of the offer at the end of the challenge. All right. So I'm feeling a little joint venture action going on.
So Caleb, first off, I'd be stoked for that. And I'm also right now in full testimonial mode. So I want nothing but just like 6-figure challenges blasting everywhere, which would be badass. So yeah, that gets me really excited, dude.
Nice.
That's the goal. That's the
Right
goal.
here.
Yeah.
All right, Brendan. Well, let's talk offline in the next few days about how we can deliver you some amazing testimonials, because we have some world changers in this group who have amazing products. They have amazing services. They can deliver amazing results to their clients, and we need to get their message out to the world. So let's do this.
Awesome.
All right. Every single one of you guys are awesome. All right. Can we get an amen on that? Turn on your mics. Turn on your mics.
Amen.
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 Say, I am awesome.
Amen.
I am awesome. You guys are awesome.
I'm awesome. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Next Wednesday at 6:30, and for Mastermind members, Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be diving into this worksheet, building out live. If you're not able to be part of that right now, no worries. This worksheet is there for you, and we are here for you. So we'll talk soon.
Right on.
All right.
See you guys.
Everybody have a great day. Peace.
Bye.
Next.